the slide presents in a way is, as you see, a lot of business transformation is happening as of today. When I say business transformation, the the economic models do change, and there is a lot of capital and regulation along the overall financial elements. Then there is a clear need for globalization. So as Thomas Friedman famously said, world is flat. So now we are looking at very similar chains across the world. So very recently I was in Bangalore, from Bangalore to Houston, and I felt like there are a lot of the same set of chains, the same business models that are being applied across the globe. So the difference between how it operates from one region to another region is diminishing, and this leads to a lot of commoditization of all of the services. And while we do that, a lot of focus is also paid on environment, sustainability, and how do we monitor our overall green performance. And all of these aspects are embedded within every business. So now every business is trying and cater to all these different challenges. And the technology solution to that is what you see on the right hand side of the slide. Is we are now moving into a lot of cloud-based solutions, which are software as a service, a lot of mobility, and a lot of solutions that are empowered by the crowd and through social platforms. So that is one part of the technology. And the second part of the technology is more about mobility. How do we, how machines are becoming smart, what is the machine-to-machine communication, and how can businesses harness this technology is the last element. What you see is in the bottom half of the entire thing. So we now have a business challenge. We have a range of technology solutions or technology innovations that are happening in the market. But then to bring the right solution to the right business problem is the job of the business analyst. And that is where we also see a lot of maturity happening. So we are now looking at a structured way of looking converting our requirements into value cases. So earlier we used to call it requirement collection. Now we are calling it more value case driven analysis of all our requirements. So how do we translate those requirements? How do we manage enough performance, or are there enough performance management tools that are available for us? And how can we then create a business process that is quite agile in the overall process? So that agility, how do we bring it as part of the processes? So this is what is the journey for a business analyst. So as we mature, we are looking at a more standard process models, agility in terms of modifying the process models, and creating value cases where we could use the technology to the right business problem. So this is what I feel like is the driver for today as to why we think the business analysts today can derive a lot more value for the organizations than what we as requirement analysts, maybe early in my career as requirement analysts, as solution consultants did in the within the our customers' landscape. With that, I'll go to slide number 2. Like I said, there is a lot of solutions that are available in the technology landscape. But then Accenture brought it into what we see as year-on-year technology evolution. So every year we publish a study which is called TechVision and it is by year, so 2013 and 2014, where we go to our customers to talk about how we see technology changing and how this change in the technology would be useful for some of our customers to harness and take it to the next level. But then this harness is more about how do we identify the right solution to the right problem. So if you see the inner circle is more about the technologies within the, which is in 2013 when we came out, we said beyond the cloud, it is about relationships at scale, it is about data velocity, so the ability to generate a lot of analytics based on information at scale are some of the key technology trends that we saw. And this year we said, okay, but how does this technology trend directly impact our businesses? And some of that is what we are talking about in the areas in 2014, which is the digital physical blur, where we see solutions like Google Glass and augmentation or of the information in real time is enabling a lot of value cases, that would allow for a higher level of safety, a higher level of productivity within the customers, and thereby meeting their end goals within their own organizations and deriving more and more value. So that is what I would like to cover as part of the digital physical blur. What I would say is I won't drain these two slides because at the end of the day, this is information that you can download from Accenture.com on the TechVision, and it is publicly available. These are some of the pieces of information that you could look at. But what I would like to emphasize is, as we look at these digital technologies, what is the contribution, or how can we derive value? How can we as business analysts provide more value to the client? So that is where I think if you look at the software as a service model, we are talking about pre-configured solutions to deliver certain results for, say, in a customer relationship management scenarios, in social or in the engagement, customer engagement management scenarios and things like that. And at the same time, we can also harness the same power of the software as a service to do a more number crunching to understand how I can derive value for investments that I have already put in place within the current infrastructure. So these are two elements that would help me derive this, and the critical component to this is the maturity of the business analyst. While I say business analyst 10 times now, what I mean by business analyst is somebody who understands the business problems, understands the industry context, but also has a fair knowledge of the technology solutions that are available in place, and has the discipline to convert these business problems into value cases by applying the right technology. So that is, to me, the key attributes of a good business analyst. And that is what I have described as part of the next set, which is in slide evolution of the digital enterprise. So when we say about, when we talk about the digital enterprise, we are talking about an enterprise that is fully enabled with technologies like cloud, technologies like analytics, big data, mobile, collaboration, and all of these empowered on an infrastructure platform that contains